Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are Southwest.
Almost as delicious as a fried Thanksgiving turkey. That's the matchup that we could have tonight on the floor here at American Airlines Center. The team with the best record in the NBA, the New York Knicks, come to town at 8-1. And tonight they meet up with the Dallas Mavericks, who are trying to bounce back from a Monday night loss and get back over 500. Hi again, everyone. Mavericks basketball on Fox Sports Southwest. With Derek Harper, I'm Mark Followell. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. As the Knicks come in with an 8-1 record, let's talk about why this team is so good. They defend very well, but the question is, can this league-best defense in terms of points allowed slow down O.J. Mayo tonight? Mayo almost single-handedly lifted Dallas into a win, but they fell just short against Golden State on Monday.
Well, they're going to have their work cut out if they're talking about stopping O.J. Mayo, one of the hot surprises of the league this year, Mark. Really doing it in a lot of different ways. He's been the go-to guy for the Mavericks late in games. There you see him with a shot fake. He can do that. He can catch and shoot the basketball. He can finish in transition amongst trees. And O.J. Mayo has really been a great addition to this Maverick team simply because he can do it all from an offensive standpoint.
Unfortunately for Dallas, a one-man gang wasn't enough to win the game. His 18 points in the fourth quarter and overtime still left the Mavericks just short in a victory against Golden State on Monday. New York focuses on their offense with one primary scorer, and that, of course, is Carmelo Anthony, one of the best scorers in the NBA, over 24 points a game. Harpy's fourth, and he had 31 points, a season high in New York's win over Dallas earlier this month.
Well, if you're going to have a chance, you're going to have to disrupt some of the things that you give him offensively, and you got to make him feel you, Mark. You have to make a great scorer earn his points. You can't stop great offensive players, but you can disrupt some of the things that they like to do. If I'm guarding Carmelo Anthony, Mark, I'm going to challenge him to shoot the ball from the outside with a hand up. That's the only thing that you can do against a guy that scores a basketball like Carmelo Anthony.
Should be a great matchup tonight. Mavericks and the Knicks, the night before Thanksgiving here at American Airlines Center. Another aspect of Dallas's defense can help out tonight as they try to slow down Carmelo Anthony, and that's shot blocking. The Mavericks have been policing the paint very effectively over the last two games. They've had an historic number of block shots combined in the last two contests, and we'll give you the specific data on that coming up next. Mavericks basketball on Fox Sports Southwest is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealer. It's the year-end celebration, and you can enjoy great savings on the freshest lineup. Ford is the best in Texas. By Metro PCS, now at Metro PCS, 4G LTE phones as low as $79 after rebate, no annual contract. And by Southwest Airlines, find our fares online only at southwest.com. Great way to get the holiday weekend started the night before Thanksgiving. Always a fun night, and it should be no different tonight as the Mavs host the New York Knicks, who have the best record in the NBA. It's Mavs basketball here on Fox Sports Southwest. Dallas will try and put up great block shot numbers again tonight. They've done that the last two games, Harp, elevating themselves to number 9 in the league at 6.2 blocks per game based on what's happened in the last two.
Well, they're trying to improve defensively, Mark, is what they're trying to do. And what better way to do it than to find a way to block shots? Bernard James, Chris Kaman, all those guys doing a solid job of policing the middle, not allowing easy baskets with a lot of blocks of late. So hopefully they can continue that tonight against the Knicks.
You also saw Elton Brand on the highlight reel. He's actually their leader in block shots per game right now. In the Ford fact, the Mavericks' last two games have seen them block 25 shots combined, 14 Saturday, 11 Monday. The most blocks in consecutive games since April 5th and 7th, 1998, back in the Sean Bradley era of Maverick shot blocking. And only the second time with 25 blocks in consecutive games since 1986. We'll see what kind of damage Dallas can do blocking shots in the paint tonight against.
Happy Thanksgiving from the Dallas Mavericks.
Happy Thanksgiving from the Dallas Mavericks.
And we wish you a happy Thanksgiving as well from all of us associated with the Mavericks broadcast here on Fox Sports Southwest. We'll see if this is a good night to kick things off before the holiday weekend. All these Maverick fans making their way into American Airlines Center hope that is the case as Dallas takes on the Knicks tonight. There's Rick Carlisle, the head coach of the Mavericks. He spent one of the 5 seasons that he played in the NBA with the New York Knicks. His career record against New York is 20-12, tied for the second most wins versus any team. Lex, starting lineup tonight for Carlisle. Going to make a change. Collison, Mayo, Marion, and Kaman stay in the starting lineup. They're making his first start of the year in his 12th year from Notre Dame. Troy Murphy in for Elton Brand at power forward. Mike Woodson is the head coach of the New York Knicks. He spent 6 years with Atlanta. Part of last season, now in his second season with New York. He's got a 26-7 record in the time that he's been the head coach of the Knicks. Starting lineup tonight for New York: Jason Kidd and Raymond Felton in the backcourt, Roddy Brewer and Carmelo Anthony the forwards, former Mav Tyson Chandler in the middle at center. We are about to tip things off here at American Airlines Center in Dallas's 7th home game of the year. They're 4-2 on their home floor. New York is 3-1 on the road. The home team has won each of the last 5 meetings. The 09-10 season saw these teams win in the other team's barn. Tonight's officials are Tony Brothers, Sean Corbin, and Carl Lane as we get it going. And this is the defensive matchup that you would expect. Sean Marion covering Carmelo Anthony. He goes across the floor to Jason Kidd. And Felton buries a 3 to start the game for New York.
Going to be forced to close out on those 3-pointers. New York really shooting a lot of threes, breaking down defensive, driving and kicking.
New York second in the league, 27 3-point attempts per game. They actually lead the league in made threes. They're averaging almost 11 made threes per game. O.J. Mayo answers back for Dallas.
Talking about shooting threes well. O.J. Mayo on fire from three-point land.
Making more than anyone in the league. That's 40 threes this season for Mayo, who came into tonight second at 58.2% beyond the arc. Sensational.
You know, Mark, late in that game against Golden State, he showed me he has the ability to be a go-to guy for this Maverick team.
Chandler screens for Felton, who's already hit 1 shot, and another one goes in for Felton. This year, Felton is playing to the tune of 15.5 points per game, 6.5 assists as well. The best numbers he ever put in his career were playing for Mike D'Antoni and the Knicks for part of the 2010-11 season before trade. Turnover, Dallas. The Knicks on the run, Roddy Brewer finds the early hot hands, cooled himself off. Outlet pass, steal, Jason Kidd reading the passing lane, and Melo rims out a 3.
Who's better at reading passing lanes than Jason Kidd? We saw it here for years.
In 2 different stints, 500 games with Dallas. Derek Collison misses, and Kidd rebounds. On the run here is Felton going coast to coast, but had no shot. Kidd shooting 50% beyond the arc, and he connects. And the Knicks extend the lead to 5 as we're 2 minutes in. While on the subject of Jason Kidd, I was paying attention during the announcement of the starting lineups tonight. Fellas, I thought as we get a chance to say hello to Skin here in a moment.
Hi, Skin.
Hello there. I thought that Jason Kidd received what I would describe as a warm and noticeable round of applause. I don't think it was thunderous or anything like that, but certainly a deserving round of applause from the Mavericks fans here for his time with Dallas and specifically his role in the 2011 championship.
Well, anytime you come back to somewhere you've played and you've won a championship, Mark, the fans are going to appreciate you and acknowledge what you were able to accomplish when you were playing for them. So not surprising to me as he pulls up and shoots an air ball.
After making a 3 last time down the floor.
Hey, now's a great time to let him know that he shot an air ball. You know, you give him some love before the game, and then once the game starts, he's wearing somebody else's jersey.
Take it back from him, right?
Yeah.
Headband and all.
Kidd has averaged just over 7 points a game, 3 assists a game. Starting in a 2-guard role this year. He played 25 minutes last night. So he's on the second night of a back-to-back. The Knicks disposed of New Orleans 102-80. 4 on the shot clock, spinning Chris Kaman, and he traveled.
Used both pivot feet there on that move. Nice move if you can get away with it.
Well, and the thing for Tyson is that he understands who he's guarding. He's going to challenge everything that Chris Kaman is going to attempt around that basket. So credit him, too, for that miscue.
Early turnover is a problem for Dallas. They have 3. A shot fake, and Kidd drives it. Going inside to Chandler, and it will roll in for Tyson Chandler. Chandler averaging 9 points, just over 8 boards, shooting 61%, and playing 27 minutes a game for New York. The Knicks are doubling up Dallas.